What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Oh, my thing was not adjusted right. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling good. Thank you so much for stopping by, for stopping in. My headphones were, I don't know, somehow they were like adjusted so it was really small. And I was like, man, my head really got big in the past day. Let's go ahead and finish out Peter Gabriel's album. So we're going to listen to not the last track on the album, it's the second track, but it's the last track for myself, for us together, to get through the much known, the very famous Sledgehammer, probably Peter Gabriel's most well-known song. This is a song that I have heard, so this is not a first reaction or a first listen. This is a song review, whatever you may want to call it. But yeah, just to go ahead and finish out the album, I figured, you know what, let's go ahead and listen to it. I wasn't originally going to on the original, like, going through the album because I had already heard it, but I said, you know, let's just make it official, you know? Let's just make it official. So yeah, Sledgehammer. Speaking of sledgehammers, aren't hammers kind of fun to use? I can't be the only one. Let's just do it. Listen, I actually want to know, before we talk about the track, I'm actually kind of curious. I put the pen in my hand so I feel like I'm saying something important. For those of you who followed Peter Gabriel's career, perhaps you followed from Genesis into Peter Gabriel's solo career. When this album came out, when you got to this song, did you think, ooh, this sounds too mainstream or this sounds too poppy? What is Peter Gabriel doing? What happened to, Melt and everything? Like, where, or not Melt. Yeah, Melt. Yeah, like, where is that progression? Where is that avant-garde nature of his music? Or were you like, ooh, it's nice to hear a different side of Peter Gabriel? Because to me, yeah, obviously it's pop, but pop is not a dirty word. Pop is a beautiful word, actually. And Sledgehammer, I think, is such a good standout pop track here on the album. Obviously, it's the single, or at least one of the singles. I could look it up to be official, but I mean, let's be honest. This is a single. The horns, the funk, that heavy funk. Levin is just laying down this funk groove, and I can just imagine Levin, who's played with everyone. He's played with the best of the best, and he's played in so many different diverse genres and types of music. But how good is it just to hear him lay down a thick groove like that on the bass? And the drumming as well. There's one thing I want to mention about the drumming. I don't know who's drumming. Is it Manu? Hey, I'm right. It's Manu Katché. So what I love but in the drumming is between the verse moving into the chorus, there's a distinct difference in the drumming. So the verse is pretty much just da, 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 just a very normal groove. And then when it gets into the verse, he switches it up. Let me grab my drumstick. I don't need to, but in the chorus, when of course Peter Gabriel is repeating Sledgehammer, which is obviously a blunt object, a heavy instrument, and a tool, the drums change and they get heavier. So he keeps on the like he keeps on that swing of things, but he alternates with the groove that he was doing in the verse, which is just a very simple kind of 4/4, but then alternating on the toms. So it's like boom, like it's just a really cool way. He does it much better than I just demonstrated. But it's just a really cool way to, not to make a pun, but to hammer that point when he moves into the chorus. And like I said, the exact lyrics on that part is, I want to be your sledgehammer. Why don't you call my name? Oh, let me be your sledgehammer. So it's just really cool how the drumming becomes heavier, but not necessarily heavier in the sense that perhaps we may think, in music and stuff like that. Like I said, this is really just Peter Gabriel. I almost said Peter Hamill. This is just Peter Gabriel laying down that funk pop groove, and I think that he does it very, very well in here. You have that Japanese flute that's used in the beginning, and then later on in the song, I think it's a shakuchi. Shakuchi? I think that's what it's called. Something like that. Hold on, I'm looking for it. Shakuhachi flute. Okay. I knew it was someone's coochie. But I do like how that just is kind of like a little soundbite to tease you as we move into the main heart and the throbbing groove of the track. Let's talk about these lyrics, huh? Hey, you, tell me how you've been. You could have a steam train if you just lay down your tracks. You could have an airplane flying if you bring your blue sky black. All you do is call me, I'll be anything you need. You could have a Big Dipper going up and down all around the bends. You could have a bumper car bumping, the amusement never ends. I want to be your sledgehammer. Why don't you call my name? I want to be your sledgehammer. This will be my testimony. Show me around your fruit cage, because I will be your honeybee. Open up your fruit cage where the fruit is as sweet as can be. I want to be your sledgehammer. Why don't you call my name? You'd better call the sledgehammer. Put your mind at rest, etc., etc. I get it right. I kick the habit. Shed my skin. Shed my skin. This is the new stuff. This is the new stuff. I go dancing and we can go dancing in. Oh, won't you show for me? So, I think the lyrics are kind of obvious. I would like to say they're pretty phallic in their nature. But not the last line, but in the break when he's saying, I get it right. I kick the habit. Shed my skin. Shed my skin. This is the new stuff. I almost feel like that's one of those kind of messages in there, those lines that's thrown to the fans. Like, hey, I'm taking this new direction. I'm having a great time. This is for me. And I hope that you guys enjoy the ride alongside me. If not, totally understand. But if you'll let me, I want to be the bee in your honey. Never mind. I've been feeding the rhythm. Gonna feel that power. Yeah, so there's the obvious sexual nature of the music, but I also think that perhaps there's a little bit something deeper, as if Gabriel's asking. Not that he necessarily needs to ask, but I think you know what I mean. He's hoping for approval from fans and from listeners and from the audience. Let's see if there's any fun information about this particular track. It says that Sledgehammer is Gabriel's only US #1. It replaced Invisible Touch by his former band Genesis. That's hilarious. That's funny. Phil Collins later jested about the occurrence. I read recently that Peter Gabriel knocked us off the #1 spot with Sledgehammer. We weren't aware of that at the time. If we had been, we probably would have sent him a telegram saying, "Congratulations, bastard." I love that. I love that. And then I have seen the music video, by the way, because I know that someone will suggest me to watch the music video. I have seen it. It's incredibly creative. I was actually reading about it before on my own, and I know they had to put glass on top of him or something, and like he had to just lay there for hours, and while they were doing all that, I know that there was a lot of work that went into that video, but it's a really fun video. Also, I don't know why I thought of this. I was thinking about this during the song, but I just remembered it right now. For some reason, and I really don't know why, and I'm going to end it on this thought. It's a random thought, guys. For some reason, Sledgehammer sounds like some sort of intro music to some show on PBS. Like a Fun Reading Rainbow or something. I don't know. Hey, let me know what you guys thought of this song. You can let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You can follow me on Twitter. You can support the channel on Patreon. Thank you so much for listening to the music alongside me. Thank you so much for being here, for stopping by. Hope you come back tomorrow. But even if you don't, hope you have a well day today. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.